Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and this morning I'm flying the Mavic Mini, which I haven't flown for a couple of months, so I had to calibrate it and all the stuff that goes along with that. But I wanted to use the Mavic Mini so I could do an exceptional tour of the construction that's been taking place. I'm going to refer you in the descriptions and maybe at the end of the video to a video where this roof got totally taken off by the wind and had to be replaced again. So with that setback, it was kind of sad, but that's all fixed and ready to go. And over the past couple of months, my son has been, he works for TURTLEBACK Trailers, which is an off-road camping trailer that you can put behind your Jeep and go up into the countryside. And he works for him, and also when the weekends come along, like summertime and so forth, he's been taking his opportunity to go camping. So things kind of slowed down at that point in the summer. But he did got the roof all done, and in about 3 weeks ago or so, from this point, he primed and painted the inside of the little building. And then let's see, this past weekend, this is like a Monday morning, and Saturday, he and one of his friends came in and they put down the floor and the molding. And once that was down, it was possible for me and my sweetheart to start moving in all of our junk. Actually, a lot of it is junk, but anyway, all of our belongings that we packed out here from the other house that we can use for our hobbies and just general comfortable living rather than being stuck in a fifth wheel. So this is a real blessing. As you can see, it's still a construction zone. All the stuff on the front porch, and it's getting cleaned up inside, but I'm still not finished with my stuff. So let's go in and look around. And by the way, the Mavic Mini is so light that you just touch the controls and it moves around. And so I'm not used to flying it. I'm used to flying my Mavic Air 2, which is heavier and slower on the response. So first of all, this is what they did last Saturday. They put the flooring and the molding in all around the room. And that made it possible for us to move in our belongings. As you can see, the shelves are still empty on the storage cabinets, but my wife is busy doing her sewing. In fact, the stuff on the table there, she was putting belt loops on our grandson's clothing. That is trousers. And so, and there's the floor again. Really nice job of putting the floor down. And those mats are from my wife to stand on while she's ironing and making quilts and stuff like that. But anyway, so we've got this stuff moved in, and the cabinets were something that my son had left over from where somebody gave him some supplies and stuff, and so those were given to him, and so then he just put them up on the wall in here in the little house. And as you can see, it's 7:06 or whatever on that clock, because I can only fly in the morning around here. It gets too hot in the afternoon. And we'll move over here and look, and there's about a 10-foot by 10-foot storeroom, and there's going to be a door on that opening, but it just hasn't gotten that far along yet. Most of our stuff has an antique look for it, because most of it's antique stuff. Now, this is along this wall. The plan is to put in a Murphy bed. If you don't know what a Murphy bed is, well, look it up. It folds down from the wall. So when we put the air conditioner in, we wanted it centrally located, so it's going to be above the Murphy bed. And I'm opting for an antique-looking library ladder to be able to get up and make the changes. We have a remote, and the remote works but if you want to make some detail changes, you have to get on a ladder or something. So, but right there is where the Murphy bed will go. And right now my wife's using it as her quilting wall, as you can see, and that's how she puts her quilts together. Now we're swiveling around to my end of the room, which I don't need as much room as she does, and the computers and the printers and storage of all kinds of stuff, kind of like a little office. And so that's my area, and I don't take up a lot of room. In fact, it was nice to get that set up because I use that computer to do a lot of my programming on my website. The computer that I'm going to be editing this video is still in the trailer, and it might just stay there because we've got this pretty crowded. And then we have this R&R area, which is just kind of a relaxing area. I can sit out here and nag my wife while she's sewing, and I can lay down and take a nap on the couch when I get tired. And by the way, you see those toys up there. As we were getting ready to move, my grandson gave me those. He and I used to play with those on the floor when he was very, very young. And so, in fact, we played outside with them. I'll put up a little picture here so you can see what a blessing it is to have a grandson like that. And here he comes. He's coming out because his mom sent him on an errand. And so about the time he gets out, the quality of my video shooting is going to go way down because I'm standing outside flying the drone inside, and so far so good. But then he's going to want me to open up the car and they went shopping yesterday, and they got several gallons of pure water. And my daughter-in-law, she takes it to work with her, and they use it for whatever they use it for. She's a manager of a dental office. But anyway, I wanted to back up and show you that there's a quilt made by my oldest daughter, and that's on the little recliner that is more or less looking out the windows out towards I guess you'd say the chickens and the donkeys and the things like that. So now right about in here somewhere, I'm trying to get out of the house with the drone, and about that time Grandma's coming out because I couldn't open the door while I'm flying the drone or open up the car. So she's coming out. When she comes out, then our dogs come out, and they start chasing little animals that are in the yard here. And so it got pretty confusing. But anyway, and by the way, that Mavic Mini is so light, it just moves at the touch of a control as compared to the Mavic Air 2, which is much, much heavier. And so I think next time I fly the Mavic Mini and try to do something like this, I'm going to put it on that there very slow position. Now there's the last look at the molding and the floor and all the work that they went to. I didn't really intend to get a shot of the floor while I was backing out, but somehow or another my finger got on that control, and there's still a lot of commotion going on back where I'm standing by the car. So anyway, let me see, we're going to back out here, and that's a tour of the addition to my son's shop that he's building for his dad and mom, and so that's a look at it. Let's see, I think we're just going to back up here and get a far away look at the thing, and that should be, just a second here. I tell you what, there was so much going on that I had a hard time even flying the drone. And you can see the shadows of people there getting stuff out of the back of the car. So anyway, with that all said, I will say thank you for watching, and stay tuned because this construction project isn't totally finished yet, but I'm very happy with how it's coming out. So I want to thank you for watching, and God bless.